Adventures, coming to you from Discovery Parks Streaky Bay Foreshore. So we before here we're in Ceduna, so we're about 110 k's from Ceduna, and we're if you're coming from the other way, we're about 390 k's from Port Augusta if you come straight from there. Now, as we're finding with the Eyre Peninsula, can be a little bit of wind from time to time, and in particular today there's a pretty cool wind, hence the jump over the hoodie going on. So coming off the street just over here, about less than a kilometre out of the main town, depending on what part of the town you're on about, we're just near the school. There's a range of sites. There's powered, unpowered, drive-through, plenty of caravans as you'll see. There's a range of cabin type accommodation, so there's some at the end here that backs onto the water. There's two main facility spaces. So there's a big toilet block over that side. I think there's 4 barbecue areas throughout the park. There's a camp kitchen down that way as well. And over here there's another set of facilities and a camp kitchen and an outdoor barbecue area there with a pizza oven. So we'll go and have a little look over here. It is pet friendly. Obviously you've got to keep your dog on a leash though, and you also need to clean up after the dog. There are a few little grass spaces. There is a little park at the end here just near the water. However, there's another park or playground down the other end of the park, also on the water, which is right next to the campground, but I think it's a council one. So this is one of the barbecue areas. This is probably more substantial than a few of the others that I've looked at. There's a little pizza oven there in the corner. Barbecues are all super clean. One of the things I really like, today we're here on a Wednesday, and they do a sausage sizzle there with a gold coin donation. As you can see here on the notice board here, there's pancake day every Saturday. Again, this could change when you're here, but for us there, pancake day there on Saturday, and also the sausage sizzle on a Wednesday with a gold coin donation going towards rural aid. There's plenty of bins around. There's a dump point there for your bigger caravans and motorhomes. So there's the toilet and laundry just through this, in that other building you can see. Now this one in particular with the camp kitchen, there's a dining space there. There is someone in there, so I'm not going to go in there. But there's 3 sets of tables and chairs, and then there's a lounge and a TV. We'll open this up just for a second. We'll have a little look through here. I feel like a criminal with my hoodie on. So you've got, just open up here, the kitchen, 2 stoves, microwave, toaster, fridge, and you can go through to the dining space as well. This little games room here as well. Sure there's no one in there. Again, a couple of lounges and a TV, so if you've got kids, teenagers, a great little spot. And it's also on the other side of the clothesline here, there is one of the jumping pillow things, which we won't go there because there's some kids on there. One of the big toilet blocks just here. Gents, ladies, kids, for babies, etc. And then also there's the laundry there as well. That's what we'll do. Just being mindful to not film people who don't necessarily want to be part of my video. We'll go and have a look here at really what brings us here, and that is the water. Cut through that side, so you've got some of the accommodation just over here to our right. Interestingly, they've got also a boat motor wash area, so you back your boat in here if you're travelling with a boat, and you've also got a fish cleaning area, which is pretty cool. That's the park. It's a pretty basic park, but hey, the real attraction here is the bay, which is pretty amazing. You've got a little outdoor shower here to clean up. You can see you've got some of the more upmarket cabins along the front here. You've then got another range of cabins behind them, and then there's the budget cabins, which are also pet friendly. Again, being very much a dog friendly place, you've got plenty of little spots here that have little bags, so make sure you clean up after your dog, otherwise we won't be allowed to bring our dogs to these sorts of places. Might walk down the beach here for a minute. There's a couple of pelicans. We were here yesterday as well, so we're here for 2 nights. Now you have your waterfront sites up here to the right, which are powered sites. Now, as with I think most coastal parts of the Eyre Peninsula, if you are right by the water, you can get some winds that come in that are pretty crazy. So obviously, make sure you're prepared for that. And yeah, just be ready. Bit of wildlife here with these pelicans. Clearly very used to visitors. Not at all fussed by me being here. So as we walk along, you can see, look, the caravans, especially the waterfront ones, you back them in. Look, this area, let's have a little glance up there. The next row over, the caravans are back to back, and look, there's definitely not the biggest sites in the world or the most spacious sites in the world, but we've also stayed in places where you are even closer again. So you've got the big jetty, you can see possibly in the distance, don't know if you can pick that up, and you got town around the point. So the road is pretty straight, and you start getting into, there's a Mitre 10, there's a petrol station, it's a butcher, a pretty cool looking bakery, cafe. There's actually a bit in town, and so you could definitely walk that, or it's a very short drive just depending on the weather. And there's a little coastal walk. We took the dog for a walk this morning that takes you around as well if you want a more scenic route. Again, as you have a look up there, look to come out of your camper or motorhome or caravan straight on the beach is pretty idealistic setup. So the caravan park here, I said it's just across the road from the school, which also has a community library. So if you're travelling through, it's handy to know. When I came through, the fuel was quite reasonable. It didn't seem to be overly inflated or anything on what I've been paying around. So in the distance here with the blue shade cloth, you'll see the other playground, which is a little bit more substantial than the one they've got here, which is very accessible. Now you'll also see up to the right, you'll see the caravans, and there's a Jayco pop top one there as well, and then there's a bit of a gap, and so then you get into unpowered sites which go through pretty much to just before the playground. So if you have the ability to be fully off-grid, there is an unpowered option, and those sites are, again, pretty special, being on the waterfront as well. Okay, so I don't think we need to get too much closer to the playground here, but yeah, there is definitely a playground. So the caravan park goes from just before the playground. You'll see there in the distance there's some tops of yellow buses. That's across the road, so that's the road there that goes along, and so it's kind of, as it heads that way, the park kind of becomes wider, and it goes there through to the end of those cabins. You've got a range of caravan sites again along here where you can back into, or there are some ones that are more sort of drive-through sites, or the ability to drive through further back. Look, all in all, we've been here for a night, we're here for another night. Again, the facilities are super clean, the staff are all very friendly. There is also a kiosk on site that, depending on the day of the week, is open for lunches or dinners. Or late lunch, I don't expect actually. But there are specific times depending on the day of the week, so you just want to check that when you get in, so that you can plan around it. But yeah, look, Streaky Bay, we've had a few cloudy, well, yesterday and today's been reasonably cloudy. The water though, again, it doesn't have that nice reflection because the sky's a little cloudy, but the water is absolutely crystal clear, apart from a bit of a cool breeze. absolutely beautiful spot. We're going to spend a few more days in the area. There's a heap to explore kind of within sort of 20, 30, 40 k's of here, so we're going to use this as a little bit of a base for a few more days, just to do some exploring. We haven't done that yet, so be sure to jump onto the website there, real4x4adventures.com.au, and you'll be able to see by the time this is up, not long after that, will be probably some articles there talking about the surrounds of Streaky Bay and what we've done. It's a Discovery Parks Streaky Bay Foreshore. Again, a range of unpowered, powered sites, and then you've got a range of different cabins. It is pet friendly, or dog friendly in particular. There is a kiosk on site. It is part of the G'day rewards network, so if you are a member you get a little discount, and depending on how often you stay there you get your little perks there as well. Look, the nature of this caravan park, further up there where it's all very close together, it's pretty difficult to walk around with a camera and not get people on there. So look, again, the main aspect here is, well, the main draw card here is the foreshore is being here in the bay, and again, even in a cloudy overcast day, it's pretty amazing. So there's the big playground down there. Again, it's not officially part of the campground, and there is the smaller one up there. There's been a few people out fishing later yesterday and this morning. Obviously no one out here at this very moment, but yeah, that's Discovery Parks Streaky Bay Foreshore. Thanks for watching. If you've been to Streaky Bay and there's anything that you think is worth mentioning, there is a lot there, so again, jump on the website there, and we'll have what we did when we were here. But if there's anything that you think is worth mentioning, drop that in the comments. If you've stayed at Discovery Parks Streaky Bay Foreshore, again, if you want to drop any comments, feel free. There are a couple of other options in town, and if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.